Hello everyone. Today we are going to see loops in shell scripts. What are loops? What are they used for? Loops are used for managing repetitive tasks. So it's a powerful programming tool that enables execution of a set of commands repeatedly until some condition is satisfied. You have got three types of loops: while, for, and until. You also have some loop control statements: break statement and continue statement. We'll just see the while construct. This is the syntax: while, condition, do, commands, done. So this set of commands will be repeatedly executed as long as the condition is true. Or in other words, while the condition is true, the statements will be executed. Here you can see while true, do echo I like Linux, done. So this condition is always true. So this will be repeatedly executed. So you will be getting an infinite loop. Another example: a is equal to 1 while a is less than 10. I'm just printing that a and then I'm incrementing it. Increment can be done like this, or it can also be done like this, or you can just use double parenthesis plus plus a. So increment can be done in any one of the way. Here you can see that a is set to 1. This condition is true because it is less than 10, less than or equal to 10. So a value will be printed. That means 1 will be printed. A is incremented. The condition will be checked. It will be printed. It will be incremented, and it will be repeatedly done till a is not less than or equal to 10. That means when a becomes 11, the control will come out of the loop. Till then, these two statements will be repeatedly executed. The same thing, we are doing it with a different condition. Here a is equal to 20. I am just checking if a is greater than or equal to 10. So the condition is true. So the statement will be executed. It will be decremented here. So these two statements will be repeatedly done till or as long as a value is greater than or equal to 10. Once a value is not greater than or equal to 10, control will come out of that. We'll just try these two programs in online simulator. I'm just copying this program and I'm going to an online simulator where I'm just pasting it. Generally, online simulator will find these variables wrong. So I'll just run this program. Here you can see that a is equal to 1. So 1 will be printed, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and once a becomes 11, control is transferred outside the while loop, so it gets terminated. Now we'll go to the second program. So we get a value from 20, 19, 18 in a descending order till a value is not greater than or equal to 10. So when it becomes 9, so control comes out of that. We are going to see until construct. Until condition, do, commands, done. So the set of commands given here will be repeatedly executed until this condition is false. Once the condition becomes true, control will come out of that. It is the opposite of the while loop. Here a is equal to 1 until a is greater than 10, we are going to do that. So once you enter here the loop is entered, a is 1 and a is not greater than 10. So the condition is false, so control will come to the loop. These two statements will be repeatedly executed till a becomes greater than 10. That means when it greater than 11, when it is equal to 11, the control come out of that. So here, until this becomes true, these statements will be repeatedly executed. Now we'll see the for construct. For variable in list of values, do commands done. So the commands will be repeatedly executed for all the values given here. For example, you have for I in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, do echo done. So I will take a value 1, it will be printed. I will take a value 2, it will be printed. And for all the values listed here, the statement will be repeatedly executed. So another example, for name in Ruby is Sam, do echo. So instead of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers, I have just given some strings. So the name will take the value Ruby and will print it. Name will take the value Sam and will print it. Here I say for I file in $home/.bash this asterisk mark. The asterisk mark is a meta character, or I can call it as a wildcard character, where it will replace 0 or more characters. So if the home directory contains .bash files, .bash1, .bash2, something like that, all the files will be listed here. We'll see that elaborately this about the asterisk mark. For I in hello 1 star 2 by echo I is set to $I. I will take the value hello first and it will print. So I is set to hello. Then I will take the value 1, it will print. Then I will take the value star, but since the star is the wildcard character, here it means all the files in the current directory. So all the files in the current directory will be displayed, and then I will take the value 2, then I will take the value by. So as I said, I takes the value hello 1 and then name of the first file in the current directory and all other files and name of the last file. Then I is set to 2, I is set to by. There are other variant for construct. For expression 1, expression 2, expression 3 commands. This is somewhat similar to the C construct except for the double parenthesis at the beginning and the end. So the expression 1 is the initial expression, that is initialization, and expression 3 is for the increment or decrement purpose, and expression 2 is the controlling expression, or when the condition is not satisfied, control will come out of that. So the commands will be executed by first initializing expression 1, then checking with the expression 2. If the condition is true, then command will be executed, and then increment or decrement operation will done, and then the expression 2 is again verified, commands will be checked. So here you can see that for a is equal to 1, a is less than or equal to 10, a is equal to a plus 1. So we are just printing the value of a. So a will take initially 1, the condition will be checked, terminating condition. It will be checked and a is less than or equal to 10. So a will be printed and then a will be incremented and then the condition is again checked. If the condition is true, a will be printed. Now let us try this example. Here you can see that a value will be printed from 1, 2, 3, etc. up to 10. Let us try the other example also. For a in What does it mean? So here the back quote, which is given in the key underneath that escape key. This backquote asks the Linux to execute this, and the answer is placed here. The output will be placed here. But here the sequence 1 to 10 tells the Linux to create a sequence of 1 incremented by 2 till it gets the value 10. That means you get a value 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, etc. So 1 is the initial value, 2 is the increment value, and this is the terminal value or the terminating value. All the values will be evaluated and it will be placed here, and these things will be executed here. We'll try this in that online simulator. Generally, this will find a different code here. We'll just run this program. Here you can see that 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 will be printed. So now we'll just see how to control the shell loops. You have a break statement and continue statement. In break statement you can have just a break or break followed by some number. Break statement is to terminate the execution of the entire loop after executing all the lines of code up to the break statement. When you give a break n, it will exit from the nth enclosing loop. We'll see with an example. A is equal to 0 while A is less than 10, do echo $A. If A equal to 5, then break, then we are incrementing. What is the purpose of this statement? This will just print the value of A using this while loop. We can see that as long as A is less than 10, A value will be printed. But if A is equal to 5, we have got a break statement. So 1, when A takes the value 1, it will be printed. It will check whether it is equal to 5. No, it will be incremented. And then here the condition will be checked. It will be printed and then it will check whether that A is equal to 5. So you get the answer as 1, 2, 3, 4, and when A becomes 5, you have A is equal to 5. You have then break. That means control will come out of the loop. This will not execute these two statements and this will not continue with the while loop also. That will exit from the loop. We'll try this example. I'll just replace this minus sign. Okay, then I'll just give a run command. Here you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will print and then checks whether it is equal to 5. Yes, then it will come out of the for while loop. Okay, then so here also I have a list of values. If $I is less than 0, then break. That means it will print all the positive values or the number greater than 0. Once a number less than 0 is encountered, then you have a break statement, it will come out of that. That means up to 058 will be printed. When I becomes minus 3, this condition is true. This condition becomes true. So you have a break statement, control will come out of the for loop. Break statement can also be given in a case structure. Here you can see that when the case $choice takes the value 1, this command will be executed. When the choice takes the value 2, who will be executed. If the user presses Q, then control will come out of the loop, enclosing loop, that is the do loop, while loop. Here you can see that I have got two for loops. Then if condition is satisfied, then I give a break 2. Okay, so here you can see that I takes a value 5 minus 3 minus 9. For each and every value of I, j takes a value minus 3, 2, minus 4. Suppose I have a print statement here to print I and j, then 5 minus 3, 5, 2, 5 minus 4. In the next iteration, it takes the value minus 3, it takes the value minus 3 and then the j value. So minus 3, minus 3, minus 3, 2, minus 3, minus 4. And in the next iteration, I takes the value minus 9, j takes the value minus 3. Then minus 9, 2, minus 9, minus 4. This is how the values are assumed. But here I just check if I is less than 0 and hyphen a tells you that and combining two conditions and j is greater than 0. That means here I want to check I value must be less than 0, that's a negative number, and j must be greater than 0, that means j must assume a positive number. When these two conditions arises, then I'm just breaking out of that. That means as long as the condition is not satisfied, you will be printing $I and $j. Otherwise, when the condition is satisfied, when I is less than 0 and j is greater than 0, control will come out of the second loop. That means for is the first loop and this for is the second loop. We'll just try this example. I'll just change this as break. We'll just see the difference between break and break 2. So 5 minus 3 is printed, 5, 2 is printed, 5 minus 4 is printed. Then it takes, I value takes the next one, minus 3. So minus 3, minus 3, minus 3, 2. Now the condition is satisfied. So you encounter a break. That means it will break out of the enclosing loop, that is J loop. So the remaining value will not be verified. So it will go to the next value of I, that means it is minus 9. Then minus 9 minus 3, it gets printed. And minus 9, 2, the condition is satisfied, it will come out of the loop. And I doesn't have any other value, so it comes out of that. So when I just give a break, you can see that these 5 values will be printed. What will happen when I just give a break to here? So 5 minus 3 is printed, 5, 2, 5 minus 4. The condition is not satisfied for these values. Now I takes a value minus 3. Now j takes a value minus 3. Now also the condition is not satisfied, so this is printed and then it will continue with the next value of j. J takes a value 2. Now I is minus 3, j is 2. Now you can see that the condition will be satisfied. I must be a negative number, j must be a positive number. Now I encounter a break 2, that means break out of the second enclosing loop. First enclosing loop is j and the second enclosing loop is the I loop. So it will come out of that, and here you can see that no other value is printed here. We'll continue with the next statement. Next will be the continue statement. Continue causes the current iteration of the loop to exit rather than the entire loop. In the break statement, the control comes out of the loop, either in the first loop or in the second loop, depending upon whether you give a break or a break followed by a number. But this continue will not come out of the loop, it will just causes the current iteration to exit. So it will continue in the entire loop, only the current iteration will be exited. Here you can see that I have given a number here, and then for each one of the value here I am just trying to find out whether the mod operator of 2 gives a value, what value is given here. So here you can see that the backcode executes the statement. Here I am trying to find out the remainder after the integer division by 2. So if the value is equal to 0, it means the number is an even number. If the value is not, that R value is not 0, then it is an odd number. So here you can see that first nums take a value 1 or n takes a value 1, and then we are trying to find out the remainder. It is not equal to 0, so found a odd number will be printed. Next, n takes a value 5. Now it takes the remainder here, the remainder after integer division 2. Now also it is not equal to, you get a value 1 and it is not equal to 0, so found odd number will be printed. In the next case, when n takes a value 7, the same odd number is printed. Now when n takes a value 2, this statement evaluates and give a value 0. When r is equal to 0, n is an even number, it will print, and then you have got a continue. Then it will go to the next iteration. Now n takes a value 3. If you have not given this continue, control will come here and print found odd number also. So for even number, this statement will be printed. Again this statement will be printed. Let us try this example. So I have a error here in line 14. So this code has to be changed. So for 1 odd number, found odd number. 5 found odd number. For 7 found odd number. When it encounters 2, it prints that even number and then continue with the loop. Then 3 found odd number. Suppose you don't have this continue, we'll just see what happens. Found odd number, good. Found odd number for 5, it is good. And then 7. Now it encounters 2, n is equal to 2, and it prints n is even number, and then it just says found odd number. Okay, and then it takes the value 3, found odd number. So to avoid this, avoid printing both the statement, we just give a continue here. I just want to exit from the current iteration. I don't want to execute all the statements below that and continue with the next iteration. I must give a continue. Suppose I have a break statement here. What will happen now? That means it will print all the odd numbers. Once it encounters an even number, it prints that and then comes out of the loop. We'll continue with the next one. For in, I have got a list of values. If that value is less than 0, then break. else echo $I, and then the loop is finished, complete. Suppose I take this and try all possibilities. I run this program now. I run this program now. So I takes the value 0, it checks whether it is less than 0, no, so it will be printed. Now I takes a value 5, it checks whether it is less than 0, now, so it will be printed. Then it takes a value 8, checks whether it is less than 0, no, it prints that value. Now when I takes the value minus 3, this if condition is true, then you have a break. So the statement will not be executed, control is transferred outside the for loop. Suppose I have a continue statement here. So when you have a continue statement, control is not transferred outside the for loop, only the current iteration is exited. It will continue with the next iteration. We'll just see. Now we can see that when I takes the value 0, it checks no. So it prints. When I takes the value 5, the condition is not true, it prints. When I takes the value 8, till now the condition is not true, it prints that value. When I takes the value minus 3, the condition is true. When the condition is true, I just give a continue. That means the statements will not be executed. The iteration will go to the next one. So next iteration. I takes the value minus 3, the condition is true, then continue. That means it will not be printed. It will go to the next iteration. Now I takes the value 7 and then it checks whether that value is less than 0. No. So it will come to the echo statement and print that. So only the negative values are not printed because I just give a continue. If it is a break statement, control will come out of the loop. If it is a continue statement, the loop will be continued with the next iteration. Thank you for your patience listening.